Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Week 4 Fortnite matches. We got an exciting one for you today as we get into that match. We got the Eagles here looking at them right now, but we're also going to be keeping an eye on the Marbles as they get in. Like everyone is ready to go. And we are excited for this match. It's going to be pretty tight. We see a bunch of players going in, getting ready to be dropping in from that battle bus. We saw last week the Eagles did end up reigning victorious. And we'll see if they are able to do that just again. If you look at the names really quick for the Eagles, we have Swim, Clutch, MJ, and Neon Ridge. Neon Ridge is Jeff Yeti from last time. Decided to do a quick little change of the gamer tag. No big deal. And I should also introduce myself. Hey, I'm Cody, esports coordinator and caster here. So, it's a pleasure to be casting with you here as they get into the next match, or the first match of two. Again, like we know, the two different teams are going to be basically taking the best of either of their matches, right? So they're going to be two different rounds, and each team is going to be running their own, let me rephrase that. So each team will be basically taking the best score. So last week we saw the Eagles win both their matches, and so they got the best out of those two wins with how many eliminations and how many of those they got. Does look like the Marvel stream is behind quite a bit here. So having a little bit of issues there. So you can see that they're all dropping in, but we see on the Eagles side that they have been dropped in. And so that is kind of a flaw in the system. But we're going to work around it and make sure that everything is good. Just as we are used to, the teams are gathering their materials, gathering their strength, gathering their resources to try and make sure that when they get into a fight, that they are able to come out on top because of how many more resources they have than the other teams. And so that is exactly what they're doing, breaking trees, breaking walls, getting all those materials ready. And so that's what we're seeing here. We're going to quick see that the teams have done pretty darn well altogether. The Marvels are going to be looking to possibly get a little bit higher. Last couple times they haven't had too much luck. But if we actually quick look over to the Marvels game, we do see, oops, sorry about that. The Marvels game, looks like Nightmare gets eliminated pretty quickly. And so it's just Hexy1X and Jmaker left to play. It's a little unfortunate there for them. But hope that they are able to maybe get his respawn code and get him back, but I'm not too sure about that. The Marvels need to work a little bit more together. Looks like they're getting shot, and Hexy1X does go down to team. And so it is just Jmaker alone left on the Marvel side. So maybe he's able to come out of it, but he is in a very dangerous position as he is the last one left, and he will need to get that team going. He's going to have to eliminate the whole team that eliminated his team. And so it's going to be pretty tough as he gets an elimination off, finding another one, trying to gets that build off to protect himself, but is looking to be on the aggression, breaking down the wall, trying to get through. Needs to get these eliminations so he can save his team, gets an elimination off. onto it with that shotgun. Those powerful shotguns able to dish out a lot of damage. And we see J-Maker does manage to get that go in. An amazing play coming off from J-Maker. And, well, still don't want to count the chickens before they're hatched, because there is still one player he's playing safe, trying to keep an eye out. Got 2 eliminations. That could be that there are 2 other players remaining. We do know that there are other squads of 3 out there, though. So it could be one player remaining, or maybe it's 2. We don't know. Keep an eye on J-Maker as he goes in. Always still getting some shots in. Getting some shots in. It's very tough here as he's going in. That's quick. Super duper quick. Check on the Eagles. We can see that they are still setting up, getting in the truck, trying to play the edge of the circle there. Let's see what J-Maker's got as he is still in the thick of it. Still in the thick of it. So he's driving that truck. Try to maybe save a little bit. He might have the respawn codes. That is a possibility for him to get through. So we'll see if they're able to do that. But I'm not sure he has it. So it looks like he's retreating. Let's go check up on the Eagles here. As we have Swim here. Sorry about that. We have Swim here. We have Clutch MJ. And Neon Ridge. Like they have seen the car. They're pushing up. Back to the quad to see a little bit more. They're in a fight. Watch MJ is going down. It goes a lot of damage. Not able to get the build up and gets eliminated there. Swim and Neon Ridge turtling up, trying to keep the wall up, trying to make the team use up all the resources. Swim goes down, but does a lot of damage in the meantime, and unfortunately Neon Ridge is not able to make it happen, and they go down, placing 10th. Not too bad. Not too bad. Check up on J-Maker is the last one. We see 3 J-Makers here. As they got in. Yep. Oh, and we do see, it looks like Hexy 1X and Nightmare were able... No, does not look like Nightmare. He's spectating Madison 14, so Nightmare might not be Nightmare, but we do see Hexy 1X and J-Maker are up, able to do their damage. Maybe we see Taco Time just doesn't have the NDI set up. Maybe that's what we're seeing here. It does not have we don't have the perspective of Taco Time, so we're using Nightmare as a proxy there. So, J-Maker using that truck, getting on top of the building here. Being pretty high up, kind of causing a lot of ruckus as they go in. Not sure if I caught if they were actually in a fight or not, but with the team alive, it's going to be a big boon for them. A little damage there on the truck. A little accident there. I think I'm understanding here. So what we're seeing here, just to give you the context, unfortunately it looks like the Marvels did not actually get into the official game. And so I wasn't able to catch that, but they are in their own battle royale, getting some practice in before the match is up because they weren't able to make the other game. And so we see J-Maker, Nightmare, Hexy, all playing their own game in that. And so because of that, we're just going to go to a quick break then, since both teams were down. And with that, we'll be right back for the game. It'll be no time at all. Stick around. Actually, while I have you, I just want to kind of pitch a couple things for you. We're going to be doing the Madison Area Youth Esports Championship coming up. So if you're interested and you know people in Fortnite, this is basically the sign up to go to the XP League Regionals. We're welcoming in other members from outside of the seasons, and that is what we can do. So if you're interested, that's going to be on May 16th, Sunday, May 16th, from 2 to 5. If you're interested, get in contact with us at madisonwi@xpleague.gg is our email, and we'll set up a tryout with you and get you going. So if you're interested, let us know. And in the meantime, we'll stick around for some more Fortnite magic coming from the Eagles and the Marvels in just a moment. Stick around. welcome back. It is Cody, your streamer, caster, coach, and esports coordinator, coming back with you. We're going to be right about ready to get in. The players are on the island, waiting for the battle bus to come around and take them off and whisk them away onto their battle royale journeys. Sing sunshine and lollipops as they shoot each other violently. So, they're just about ready to get in. We saw last round that the Marvels were unable to make it into the game, but we do see that the Marvels were able to make it. The Eagles placed 10th with 0 eliminations. They're going to get a couple points for that. But ideally, we want to see how many points they're going to be getting in, and we do see now that they are just about ready to go into the battle bus. So let's check out Swim, Clutch, FJ, and Neon Ridge out on the battle bus over the Fortnite Island, getting ready to drop. So this is one of the I want to point out something that we're talking about with the team here is the point distribution. So for parents and other people that are interested, the league spot is the place to go for all of these points. And so let me just rattle off some of the points. And if we look at last week, this will just kind of illustrate something I want to emphasize here. And looking at last week, the Boynton Kraken Gold team got 4 placement points and 18 total kills as their top game best of 2 rounds. It gives them 22 total points together. Whereas the Eagles, they did place first for both their rounds, so they got their 10 placement points, but they got only 5 eliminations, 5 kills, so that gives them a total of 15 points. So if we look at the league spot, fortunately I'm not able to show it right here, but you should be able to see if you have signed up. For last week, the Eagles actually did place somewhere around 4th, solely based on the points. And the Boynton Kraken placed top based on points, even though they only placed middle of the ground to low ground as their best because they had a lot of eliminations. And so I just want to emphasize there, sorry about that, that the teams that get the most kills and the best placement are the ones that are going to get the most points. And so it's going to be wise for some teams that we found some teams are successfully able to get a lot of kills, and that's going to make up for any possible placement, lack of placement skills, or whatever, for lack of a better term. They get a lot of kills, not able to survive until the end, but they still get first place that week. And so there'll be some kind of strategy to try and play very aggressively with the kills and try to play very passively to get the placement. Quick check-in with the Marvels after that whole rambling. We see Hexy1X, J-Maker. We do have Taco Time here. Taco Time is on the squad, so if you look on the top left of the Marvels players' screens, they do have a squad of 4. Unfortunately, we're just not able to get Taco Time's stream just due to some technical issues. But I'm glad that he was able to get into the game at the very least. And so, see them playing the passive route. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Kind of piggyback off that conversation. You know, we see the Eagles and the Marvels kind of playing a little bit more passive. It's already been a couple minutes into the game already. And we haven't seen much action from either side. Oh, wait. See something on the Marvel. I did see some explosions. I don't know if that was them or not. Looks like, oh yeah, looks like the dogs are coming out onto the Marvels. They're gonna have to survive away from the wolves. So we have that. yeah, so basically it looks like the teams are playing a little bit more passively, not getting as many kills, not maybe not fortunate enough to see any other players based on the location. So um, strategy does become very important based on dropping and similar. So definitely, based on where you drop, I think that's where the Marvels and the Eagles have decided to drop a little bit. They've dropped in a little bit more passive locations so that they don't get lasered down as quickly as they might have if they dropped a busy center location. Um, but as we saw with the point values that I rattled off, getting a lot of kills, getting 18 kills, that's a lot more than what the placement points are going to give you. So might be worth it to play that very aggressive and try to go for the kills, but it requires a lot of skill. So we'll see what they can do with that. Let's switch on over to the Eagles here. Look into the quad view here because still kind of chilling out a bit. Trying to get all of those materials, getting the car, getting the metal out of that car swim is. Neon Ridge doing a little bit of editing, trying to get some more materials. Just chilling out. Quick look. It's hard to see it here, but if I zoom in here on, see Pleasant Park is where they're at. So Pleasant Park. You can see they're on the edge of the circle too. So as I said, playing very passive, making sure to keep all the enemies on their back, basically. See MJ. Watch MJ coming in and getting that good old NPC stuff. Like not quite green, so let me do that for you. Looks like he's trying to make some deals with the NPCs to get some soccer balls. And Fortnite is an enigma to me. As see, there's lots of stuff going on. You can pick soccer balls, you can fish, you can burn down trees, and hit things with pickaxes. You can fly around. You can drink blue glowing juice to give you power. What Nightmare has here is kind of honey on a stick that's able to break things. Video games are, that's for sure. You see Hexy1X is building. I don't know why. Maybe just to get a little bit of vantage. But it looks like, oh, Hexy1X does find some players. But J-Maker and Nightmare look to be somewhere else. J-Maker's chasing a chicken to try to get some materials, maybe. Nightmare is off on his own, but Hexy1X is in the midst of a battle. Duking it out with another team. Getting a lot of damage on him and actually going down. So, with no team nearby, at the very least able to help him out. You see J-Maker and Nightmare just kind of off on their own. Hexy1X is gonna go down. So that is one thing that Fortnite playing at home is very different than playing with a team, playing competitively. One of those things that we want to make sure that the team is doing. And that right there is exactly why, right? We see Hexy1X on his own against a whole team, coordinating, unable to do anything. Alright, everyone, sorry about that. We're looking at a fight here at the Eagles. We did see that it looked like in the Marvels that everyone but J-Maker, I believe, went down. J-Maker is out in a taxi, very powerful taxi. But we do see the Eagles are boxing up a little bit, trying to survive the fight here. They're getting ready to get going. See if they're able to make anything happen. They are fighting it out, but they're getting... Clutch MJ's getting hit from the high ground while he's distracted on the bottom, trying to get a little bit higher to make sure he's safe. Get a quick low. We swim, pushing in with that building. Going in. Clutch MJ is low on the health, only 40 health remaining, but he's trying to run around and survive. Got Neon Ridge on the high ground, and looks like Swim did unfortunately go down because he was in a bad position. Just unfortunate. Unfortunate for that. They have the teams are proving to be very strong. And so we see Neon Ridge trying his darndest to get those battles, but like Falls Church just has some very powerful players. And so we say MJ sneaking away to try to survive, trying to make sure that they get a little bit more placement points. It was a valiant effort coming out from the Eagles, but not over yet. The Clutch MJ in the back here trying to stay alive, possibly go up and get those respawn codes, but it's going to be pretty tough. That is definitely, I'm sure that is his plan, but we did see the Falls Church. I don't think anyone did go down, so he's going to have to try to find a way to get up there somehow without getting seen, or at the very least without dying. Get in, get out kind of thing. But that's going to be tough with a 1v3, possibly v4 matchup. So either he's going to be really sneaky, he's going to be really lucky. And usually, luck is never something you can count on. But these kids, sure that they can make the best of a bad situation. I've seen it before. We'll see if they're able to get it. You see on the top that there is a timer for that reboot card. We have just over a minute remaining to grab that reboot card or else. And I see that timer did go down. I'm not too familiar. Does that mean... might mean that the reboot cards are expired? Is that correct? Reboot cards expire? Not sure. Clutch MJ is playing it safe, at least trying to keep the placement points in mind, as playing that aggressive as a solo player is just not going to be able. It's not a feasible thing to do unless you have some kind of magical skill or made a deal with the devil or something like that. It's gonna be really tough. With what looks to be 20 players remaining, so 19 that are not him, pretty tough. Meantime, let's check out the Marvels. We do see J-Maker is that last player above. Oh, and we do see actually Taco Time is available as well, as Hexy and Nightmare are down as they are spectating J-Maker. But you see on the top left that there are 2 players in the party, so J-Maker and Taco Time it must be. So they are the last players alive. Looks like they're sneaking around on that circle, hiding in some buildings, trying to make sure to keep themselves safe. Back on over to the Eagles. Oops. Clutch MJ still hiding in that bush, trying to make sure he has that bow. The fire arrows, it's gonna be a big difference, right? Being able to burn down some of those wooden buildings and stuff. Hey. It's going to be pretty tough. Playing the edge of the circle there, it's going to be pretty nasty. Alright, we do see now, let's get a quick rundown here. We see Marvels are hiding away. We have Hex, no, J-Maker, and I assume Taco Time still hiding out in that circle, using what they can. And then for Clutch MJ here, also doing the same, playing the edge of the circle, hiding away in those buildings, trying to just wait it out a lot. There's 10 players remaining, so we know that there's Clutch MJ and 2 from the Marvels team. And so it's going to leave 7 players that we do not know about. It's going to be a tough match altogether. So we'll see what Clutch MJ can do. If he can clutch it out in his namesake, I believe that he can. I know he can. I'm going to see what they can do. Well, the Marvels are taking it very slow, using their buildings. Keep them hidden. Clutch MJ using the third person peek to look through a little bit. Immediately gets into a fight. Very low, trying to survive, boxing up, trying to heal, but is getting invaded. Very tough. Gonna be tough. And so he's healing up, using those bandages, trying to get as much health as possible before he is invaded, keeping an eye on all sides. Is dangerous position for him to be in, but he's going to do his darndest. We all know it. Retreating back a bit, is in the line of fire. I'm missed. Oh, I don't want to pull away from this as he's fighting. I am getting word here and seeing that the Marvels did end up placing 4th, and the Madison Eagles placing 3rd, as MJ does do his darndest, but it does end up getting eliminated. Very tough match for the Eagles and the Marvels all together. See the victory royale come out for the Loudon team. Loudon team. GG's to them and GG's to us. We're going to be right back with the silver games here. We're going to try to make some stuff work out as we are down a couple players here at the Eagles location. And so we're going to try to get them going, ready for that. Stick around for that as we get ready. See you then. everyone, welcome back to the Silver League Battle Royale for Fortnite. We're getting ready for the next match as the players are on the island, ready and raring to go. Cody again for your esports coordinator, caster, and coach. I'm excited to see the Silvers giving it their all and being ready to slam a jamma into this game. Couple things to keep in mind here. It looks like we do have a couple technical issues on the Marvel side, as well as we are down a couple players for the Eagles side. The Eagles are going to be playing only one player, and we have an alternate coming in to help us out. But in the meantime, see how they can do. And so let us quick look. Check out here the Marvels dropping in onto a darkened night sky, stormy Fortnite Island. We have Magic Cat. Well, we do have Swabby. The Swabby is the one that has the technical issues and not able to see the stream, but in the game nonetheless. And then we have on the Eagles side we have Unknown Player and Link Boss. We have a alternate coming in for us to help us out. So we see, talking about last round here, how the teams would be wise to either play very aggressively or not play very aggressively. Play passively, play for positioning. We do see, if we check out both sides, it looks like the teams have elected decide to play a little bit passive. You see Magic Cat, though, possibly in a little bit of a scuffle. You see with the team here, Case Cat's in the thick of it. But Magic Cat's on the prowl on the outside. Case Cat goes down. Magic Cat getting a couple eliminations off even. But Case Cat and Mr. Sporty, possibly Swabby as well, is down. So it's just Magic Cat able, with just a sliver of health remaining. Going to be pretty tough. Over on Eagle's side, clue you in, there's not much going on, but the Marvels are fighting full force, and Magic Cat fortunately goes down, and there goes the Silver team. Fortunate play. They played very aggressively, but unfortunately did not reap the awards of that aggression. It takes a lot of practice to get those players going and well, hitting all their shots. So more practice might be needed, but all in all, they did a really valiant effort. And so let's move on over to the Eagles and see what they got here. Link Boss getting the trust, getting a lot of gear here. Alrighty. Checking out Link Boss here, not Clutch MJ. This is Link. Getting those green gear. Let's have a blue, yeah, like a rifle. They are in Lazy Lake. Trying to set up all their guns, get a lot of materials. Like they are playing pretty darn passive here. That's, it's a give or take. We said last week that playing passive is kind of what you like to do, and I guess that is my lack of Fortnite knowledge here, and lack of knowledge of the system, because as we saw with the gold team as that conversation, the points come very heavily in eliminations. If you're able to get more than 10 eliminations, that's already made up and is way better than placing top. And so that is something to keep in mind here. Whereas if you play a game like PUBG or play, these battle royale competitive modes as opposed to casual modes is very different. Usually in a casual mode, you would plan to play very passive, play the circle, play to win, play to get top place, get that chicken dinner. Whereas in this competitive playstyle, kills do matter. That's going to mean that getting those kills might even be better than placing. So playing aggressive is the regular strat, because that high risk, high reward gameplay, that's what games are all about. That's what this competitive style is. You see in professional levels. And if you're not putting that risk in, you're not getting any reward out of it. The players, the teams that are able to put in a lot of risk and calculate that risk and understand that risk and ultimately use that risk to their advantage will reap the massive awards, and that's what we're seeing here at the XP, just in professional systems as well. So that is something to keep in mind for our silver players, for our gold players, for all our players all together. And so we're just seeing Link Boss here going through, playing that passive, keeping in mind those placement points. Kills. Sweat, no insurance. Oh no, I read that wrong. Yeah, if you don't sweat, you don't get any insurance. Because this is sweat insurance. Nope, it's no sweat insurance. Don't sweat about it. Am I showing off my age? Is that at it? Not that. I'm not that old. Alright, where are we at now? We're still in the Lazy Lake area. Not ending up moving with the storm, but only 15 or so seconds left on that storm rotation. See if he's going to be forced to move at all. But just looking at the map, it does look like we do see the edge of that circle on the bottom left of Link Boss's map. And now we do see that at the time went down, the new storm is going to be moving in 2 minutes. So either gonna have to wait for that storm to. They can either play it passive, hide in Lazy Lake, keep getting that loot, keep getting those mats to build, or they can kind of jump the gun a little bit and be ready at the circle for when it comes. But they got a minute and a half to decide there. It looks like they are deciding to chill out here and get some more. Make sure that they loot Lazy Lake for all it's worth. Check our alternate here. They're split up, but I think they are strategically split up. They're keeping an eye, making sure to get as much loot as possible. Link Boss getting some materials. Pretty standard stuff here, folks. So, love to see. eye on them and see. 30 seconds left on that circle. They're going to have to move soon. Let's just keep an eye on them as they stroll across Lazy Lake. Alright, let's see. We do see that after they have moved up just a little bit here, that they are possibly seeing some players here. The alternate coming in actually gets an elimination off onto the team. A lot of teams here. Looks like they are in the thick of it, trying to get some eliminations out. Gonna be a tough fight for them. Are they gonna be able to make it? That's the question. Does look like Link Boss is in trouble and does go down and place 7th. Not too bad. 7th is not too shabby. But we got a lot of eliminations out. Very good plays from both Link Boss and Alternate. Really good. We'll be right back with the next match as soon as this round is over. Stick around for that more exciting gameplay. Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Silver Battle Royale here at the XP League. I'm Cody once again, your esports coordinator, caster, and coach. Forward to another awesome match for the Silver team. Again, we have Link Boss and the alternate player here. Getting ready for a new match. Everyone is on the island. Sounds like we have 74 players here at the XP League Silver. So it might end up being a long one here. Does look like the teams are now getting into the battle boss and flying out. So let's see do see the Marvels here. Magic Cat, Swabby, Case Cat, and Mr. Sporty out. Finding a good location. Drop. Like they're going to be on the later end and towards the middle maybe. As you see Magic Cat and Case Cat drop. Mr. Shorty close behind. Like Case Cat and Mr. Well, it looks like they're going into the mountains area there. So it looks like they are actually planning on playing pretty far back. Let's just check out the Eagles quick. They are actually a little bit closer, but we do have that delay there, so it looks like they're on coast here with a big city. Look anywhere near any mountains. Possible. It sounds like from the communications of the team that they are seeing a lot of players. So they might go down pretty quickly here. So let's stick with the Eagles and see if they're here. That we do see alternate coming in. Has a quick fight. The Link Boss with the fight. Let's go back to the alternate here. Quick Gun trying to find some fighting here. That's going to be pretty tough. As we see, he's in the fight, but gets a knocked off onto one of the teams. Right, it looks like XPL Macomb gets a quick little elimination and a finish there. So let's see, Link Boss here. Possibly gonna be in a fight. Quick check on the Marvels, see if there are any fighting here. Do we see the Eagles are able to get a quick Russian, where the Marvels don't seem to be quite fighting. No, with that, it does look like Mr. Sporty is in a tussle. And here the illegals are also in a little bit of a tussle here. Quick check on them as they are going back and forth. We see the alternate trying to get some fights in. Gets a knockdown off on him. And an elimination even. Has a lot of fight. Link Boss needs to get in there, but alternate goes down. Getting finished off here. Let's see if Link Boss can do anything about it. We do quick check on the Marvels. The Marvels are also in a fight. We see Magic Cat is down. Case Cat healing up. Mr. Sporty looks like in the thick of it. Fortunately, Magic Cat does go down. We still have Swabby, Case Cat, and Mr. Sporty though, and so they are fighting. Mr. Sporty is jumping in, and we'll see. Get anything there? Sporty trying to find some shots, not able to find it. Unfortunately, goes down, but Magic Cat looks like Case Cat. Bringing back Magic Cat looks like. So Mr. Sporty does go down. So here comes Magic Cat back. Possibly even Swabby? Not sure. But Mr. Sporty definitely has gone down. We go back here to Link Boss. It does look like we missed a quick elimination coming out from on the Link Boss in the thick of the Marvels fight. So we'll have to get back with them to see where they ended up. But it does look like the Marvels do go down and place 14th as well. And so that is going to actually wrap up our coverage of the Silver League here at Madison. The Battle Royale. Fortunately, both silver teams gave it their all, but weren't able to get into the longer portions of those games. gave it their all. Still got a couple eliminations along the way, so that is what we like to see. But with that, we're going to wrap it up. I want to remind everyone that we do this every week, so tune in next week for more Fortnite. Overwatch season is actually starting next week as well with the first scrimmage, so be excited for that. We're going to be leveling up a couple players from a silver team to a gold team, so be ready for new teams all next season. Keep track of them. Also remind everyone of the Madison Area Youth Esports Championship, so something that we are looking forward to doing here in the Madison area. If you are interested in joining us for the XP League Regionals or possibly Nationals, join us at the Madison Area Youth Esports Championship, the MIAC Championship, MIAC Tournament, and we'll love to have you there. It's going to be on May 16th from 2 to 5. Be casting it on this channel. But if you're interested and have not yet signed up or tried out, get in contact with us at our email, madisonwi@xpleague.gg. Beyond that, we'll see you next week for more Fortnite, Overwatch, and Rocket League. Getting ready for an awesome Rocket League and Overwatch season. Thank you.